Well, the Mini Next 100 was an amazing project because it was so truthful. We were asked, what would you really want to do? And when you get that question, that's like a different level, I think. What is a Mini for the future? That was the question. And what we had, which I loved, is we had a so-called, we called it Future Breakfast. Every Thursday during the beginning of the project, we met at, I don't know, 8:30 or 9 in the morning. And some people brought some coffee, I brought croissants and orange juice. And we just sat around on the floor, everybody in the team, for like an hour and a half. Let's just talk about what we want, what we like. And when you have that kind of environment, everybody in the team contribute. Like leaning back, going like, well, you know what I would do? And I'm like, no, what would you do? I want to have it like this. And you get really to the bottom of it, like really like dreaming. What do you really want? So that's how the project started, with the Future Breakfasts. And I think most of the ideas we had in the beginning on the Future Breakfast were so essential that they carried all the way through the project. You go really deep. It's hard to later say, that's not important. So there's a certain truth to that in the beginning. And one of the things that came out of that was the main message on the Mini Next 100 really was the interior and the experience of the interior. Because when you drive a car in the future, what do you want? I wish a car where when I sit in the seat in the car, I look out in the front with nothing interrupting my view, like a penthouse apartment. That's how I would like to drive a Mini in the future. And in all cars, there's like a dashboard, a steering wheel, a center column, and you're looking over something. But the original Mini actually had a dashboard. When you sit inside of it, it's really far forward, and you have that impression of space. So I was saying, well, if we don't have an engine in the front, what we have is front suspension. And we basically came up with this idea that the dashboard is not a solid dashboard anymore. It's like a catamaran, like a boat, where it's just connected by a bridge. Mm-hmm. And we have the outside strut towers we also made design, and then it's just connected by structure, like a bridge. And that became the design of the interior. You sit on a bench, you look forward, and you're just looking at the city in front of you with like an unobstructed view. It was an amazing project. I mean, the interior team was super strong. Color material, the latest really technology on materials. Super impressive exterior. I loved it. Big wheels, rake views, really cool. I mean, it's one of those things I often get asked, which is the favorite car you've ever worked on, but this one is probably it's the top 3 I've been involved. Our peak, one of my absolute favorites, because that it was a truthful project, something that came from our gut. The exterior team led by Christopher Weil, and interior team Oliver Sieghart and Annette Baumeister on the materials, and all their team members. It was all really about what we really want, and it was done very consequently. So I'm very happy with it. It was also advanced because it was a Mini without round headlights. So we showed the car as like a futuristic pod that should look characterful, inviting, even sweet, without using the element of a round headlight. If you don't have it, how do you make it look sweet? How do you make it look inviting? And we did that with the view to the dashboard. You see the round element through the glass. Mm-hmm. So it's like looking inside of a watch. And the second thing is, the inviting thing was in the user interface. The whole side of the car was lighting up with information to the customer, where to be picked up, how do I feel, the whole experience of a Mini experience was basically projected in front of the car on the body side. It's not a design of a headlight, it's the design of the whole lighting scenario of the car.